So tonight we get a look at evidence never presented to a grand jury in the case of a man beaten by Suffolk County Police. He died in police custody back in 2008. His girlfriend has been battling ever since to find out what really happened. Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace is here with her exclusive story. Sarah?
Well, Sade and Diana, the case of Kenny Lazo has huge ramifications around the country, including for the Eric Garner case, because it highlights what happens when the cloak of secrecy surrounding grand jury proceedings is lifted. Lazo's family believes the evidence was skewed to make sure there was no indictment of 5 police officers. Do you believe that it was a railroad job to clear the cops?
Absolutely.
Jennifer Gonzalez has been fighting for 7 years to get answers about the death of her boyfriend, Kenny Lazo, painted by cops as a drug dealer who resisted arrest during a traffic stop by Suffolk County police officers in 2008. What's not in dispute, the 24-year-old father of a young son was beaten with flashlights, never taken to the hospital, and died a few hours later on the floor of the 3rd Precinct.
This man was beaten to death with a flashlight. He was bitten on his buttocks and other places of his body. He was restrained. He had bruises from stem to stern.
Civil rights attorney Fred Brewington claims Lazo's police brutality case was set up to fail when it was presented to a grand jury by the Suffolk County District Attorney.
They manipulated the entire process to the favor of the police officers.
This is the autopsy report.
This is it.
They didn't see it.
They didn't see it. They didn't see the autopsy report, and they didn't see the finding.
Brewington says it was only through filing a civil lawsuit that he discovered certain critical evidence was never presented to the grand jury, including this autopsy report by the medical examiner. It determined Lazo died of sudden cardiac death following exertion associated with prolonged physical altercation with multiple blunt impacts to head, blunt impacts to torso, blunt impacts to upper extremities. The report further states the manner of death was homicide.
I strongly feel the way, the actions that they took and everything that was presented was to clear the cops so that they weren't charged.
Lazo's family still doesn't know what the 5 cops involved said in the grand jury. A judge only ordered the release of the medical examiner minutes, nothing else.
We have sued the district attorney here for a number of things, one of which is participating in a cover-up.
Gonzalez now has a website to share information with other families, and she's reached out to the relatives of Eric Garner on Staten Island.
It's painful knowing that another family is going to have to go through what I've been going through for 7 years.
How do you look at the grand jury system now?
At the end of the day, I just feel like they do what they need to cover each other, to protect each other.
We tried repeatedly to get a comment from the attorneys representing the police officers, the Suffolk County Police Department, and the district attorney, and got no response. The civil rights lawsuit is scheduled to go to trial in the next few months. Sade.